I'm sharing a room with the YouTube and Instagram guru, that is Mike Thurston.
Hey.
By the next one it's going to be terrible. I'll be like, hi guys, welcome. That's what we say.
Another video, I'm joined with Matt Does Fitness yet again.
Hey, Mike. My name's Mike. Mike Thurston.
Is
Mike
it?
Does Fitness. Yes, it
Is
is.
it though?
Shut up, that was my best work. Hollywood are on the phone. I bet you had to get your Kleenex tissues out for that one. For crying. To be clear, for crying.
Shredded sports science.
Fitness, comedy, social media, satire.
Hello, welcome to the
Let's Have a Chat playlist.
These videos are simple. I present topics for discussion amongst this community. I'm not telling you to like or dislike these channels. I know that social media can reflect an Orwellian nightmare, but we can discuss, debate, critique, and have fun without the need to hate, cancel, unfollow, or vaporize people. It has, however, been confirmed that we are living in the end days. I'm not a fan of the calorie challenges, the eating challenges, but I do greatly enjoy other videos that these channels make.
Sit down. Now pull it into your chest nice and tight. Easy.
And we're going to be doing the British Army fitness test. Today, we're going to be doing the US Army and we're going to be doing the US Navy SEALs fitness test.
And so my intention with this video is to discuss the idea of being an all-rounder, if you like, and how we prepare for different physical challenges, with a focus on, for example, different energy systems and other physical attributes.
Now come with me if you want to live.
So normally I create theatrical intros with music and jokes, but Matthew and Michael did my job for me. Redundancy is looming. Effect reminds me of the movie War of the Worlds. Who's the bed with that one?
I don't remember being in water that cold.
Blaming it on the cold water, wink wink. But he is recovering from the cold with what looks like a small chicken wrapped around his neck. That was heavy. My initial analysis was that Mike's t-shirt was better than Matt's. I tried to blur out the Gymshark logo, but my editing skills are limited to this.
Thermic effect, thermic effect, thermic effect, thermic effect, thermic effect, thermic effect, thermic effect.
If it got 50,000 likes, I will pick the most popular requested fitness test from the comments. If this video gets 30,000 likes, me and Mike will meet up again and we will do the US Marines physical fitness test.
And so the premise was that if their videos got a certain amount of likes, they would then take suggestions and film further types of military tests.
Okay.
We need a wee chat about that subscription list.
I am flabbergasted. Top comment, top comment, top comment, top comment. Top comment, top comment, top comment.
But joking aside, fair play, funny clip.
Bodybuilders try the US Army fitness test without practice. Bodybuilders try the British Army fitness test without practice. Bodybuilders try the US Navy SEALs fitness test without practice.
Control C, Control V got a good workout there. It's all good, the titles meet the algorithm. We all do it. Look at my title. This one has more views than the population of some small countries. This one looks like an audition for Baywatch. Could the shorts have got any tighter, lads? Doing their very best David Hasselhoff impressions there. Matt's clearly been working on the hands on the knee pose. Consistency is the key in fitness. Mike is just having a nap. Lazy. The good old fitness test where the PE teacher makes you do pull-ups in your underpants. And so I think that these viral fitness tests have a lot of value to them, and there are many questions that we can take and think about with our own health journeys. For example, how our training translates to certain physical challenges. We can also gain a respect for certain professions such as the military and the physical and mental challenges that they have to go through. And so here are some of the questions that I want to fire at you, pun intended, from watching these YouTubers performing these military fitness tests. We can think about different types of fitness, different energy systems, the more explosive anaerobic anaerobic energy systems for sprinting, for example, power activities, versus the more aerobic, more endurance-based energy systems? How does the training you do translate to those energy systems if you were to partake in these tests? How much of your time do you spend training within these different energy systems? If you did one of these fitness tests today, how would you fare? What parts of the test would you be strong at? What parts may you struggle with? How can we then, after doing these tests, alter our yearly training to try and become more well-rounded?
Thoughts, Mike Thurston?
You know, I thought I was all right. Like, that was, well, obviously it was horrible, but that test was something different compared to what we've done before. And that's more relatable to actually being in the army.
And so I have zero experience of the military, so I'm not going to pretend that I have a unique input on this, but in terms of the physical and mental attributes that these guys go through in the fitness test, those are certainly some questions that I feel I wanted to pose to this community.
I'm just putting it out there, right? Just on a serious note, right? So that means I have, technically I'm fit enough to join the army.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not though. That definitely isn't true. I should not be in the army. My cardio is definitely not suitable for the army. Like if I walk up a flight of stairs, I'm out of breath. How is that a thing?
And so they did well with the push-ups, for example, but the cardio, more endurance-based tests were more of a struggle.
If there's any kind of army like regulators watching this, change the standards, because my cardio is not good enough for the army. That's a fact.
So there is one visual example instantly of how they train as bodybuilders translates to these different physical challenges put upon them. A quick look at the US Army fitness test. Press-ups, sit-ups, 2-mile run. Now peeing a cup for the test boys. It's called banter. Humor is allowed in the world. Just about. Hanging on like a loose tooth in 2020. And in England, banter is part of our education. Fun fact, the TV show The In-Betweeners is actually a documentary.
And by far the most popular two options were the Russian army fitness test without grenades and life dangers, which is quite funny by the way, and the SAS.
The SAS are kind of like the British version of the US Navy SEALs, an elite military unit. SAS stands for Super Army Soldiers. And if you did get that joke, you are my people.
I headbutted a horse once.
And so the Navy SEALs test, push-ups, sit-ups, chin-ups, run, swim.
Like, I think we measured it wrong because that is way more than 100 meters. But either way, we both failed, and I think I might just die in a minute, so yeah.
That is another interesting idea that arises from these tests, the weather conditions, for example. So it's not just the physical test that you're having to go through. There's also mental challenges. For example, the terrain, the cold, the weather, the dirt, whatever it may be. Those other issues which may want to make you stop, for example, that you have to push through.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
Love Goggins as an inspirational story, but if I was to use the phrase stay hard on this channel, I think you lot would take it in a different way, you cheeky nuggets. But fun time over, I am going to focus in this video on the British Army test, because in that video they wore camo trousers and did not take their shirts off. And I know this one is the British Army test because the weather is lovely. Test 1, the loaded march, walking with weight. Over to Matthew for the scientific description.
Basically, carry loads of weight, walk for friggin' miles.
Nailed it.
Shoulders!
Never had more heat.
Test 2, fire and movement. Again, I refer to Matt with a translation.
It's weird. It's like a weird crawling around on the floor, running, jumping on the floor.
Then we have the casualty drag, aka pretty much any show after season 3.
Got the tech, guys!
Son of a bitch!
The water can carry.
It's basically carrying two massive things.
And so this one clearly translates to the farmer walk exercise, for example, which really can be a useful exercise for you to train for multiple reasons. For example, grip strength, giving those traps some love, this mixture of endurance, but also the resistance with it, and it burns a gazillion calories. Do you train farmers walks? If so, how do you program them? Thanking you very much. Number 5.
ACEVAC, CASEVAC, KCVAC.
I've also never heard of that word before, but I'm pretty sure, guys, it's pronounced vehicle.
Just lifting a thing up.
That will do.
2, 1.
The repeated lift and carry.
Over and over again. Mike, any last thoughts before we begin?
Well, let's just get this.
Okay.
And so as you can see with many of these tests, it's a mix of physical attributes. For example, muscular endurance, strength, speed, power, cardiovascular endurance, as well as other factors. And so you can think about that in relation to these guys who classify themselves as bodybuilders and what they were stronger with and what they were weaker with and what they may think about, therefore, putting into their training in their yearly plan to try and adapt to these different stresses that may come on the body. And so very simply, I want your ideas that arise from watching these military fitness tests in relation to the questions that I posed earlier in this video. You have no idea how many times I said Mike does fitness and Matt Thurston and had to edit it out. My brain is currently installing updates and the restart is taking ages. I'm James Linker. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon.